Jason's got the stories, Nicole's got the flair. Joe's bringing humor with a dose of care. Three voices, one mic, we're here to chat. Welcome to our show where the fun's at. Two noobs, two boobs, boobs.
All right, well, welcome back to another episode of 2Noobs2Boobs, and if you can see here in our right below me, like right here, Nicole has made a giant transformation. So she went into a cocoon, came out a white fat guy. So all right, but Nicole is gone. She's with her parents, seeing her niece and nephew, twins, right? We've discussed those in the past. So she's out of town. And we decided to bring a special guest on, somebody that has been inside the community and our gaming lives for a long time. He was formerly, the artist formerly known as Buzz Lightyear, is now the Fat American Trucker, and he streams on Twitch, and he has an OnlyFans. So go ahead and go check him out, and
It's very good.
it is very good. Like,
Thanks for having me. I had a mashed potato special shoot last night. If you go check.
yeah, it is nice.
I didn't get a notification.
Yeah.
I'll be looking for it.
Yeah, with homemade gravy. Anywho, all right, so
Why is it so brown?
Oh my god.
all right, we're going off the deep end here. All right, Joe, how you doing, buddy?
I'm not used to being in this corner of the room here.
I know,
This
it's
is
weird.
So
We,
which
like-
way do I point for
Yeah.
subscribe? I don't know.
Right there to the one you just did, that way. I gotta
Yeah.
go down, like down here. Yeah. So anyways, while we're pointing, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notifications thing so you know when we go live, because we're not very good at doing it. I'm going to tell you that right now. Not live, but like when we post on YouTube and anywhere that you get your podcast needs, except for who there, Joe?
Except for Apple Music, because y'all suck. Make
Yeah,
it
they're
easier.
horrible. God, it's so bad. Like, I feel like I got to give up my firstborn child and maybe a kidney to get anything because I'm not an Apple user.
Fuck Steve Jobs.
Yeah, him too. All right. So anyways, so what you been
That
doing
guy.
there, buddy?
Oh man, it's been a time. What is it? How long has it been? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, you were doing work and playing with wood, and
Building stuff.
yeah, building stuff. It looks cool, man. You put a little patio area in front of the bar.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah. Did the Patreons enjoy it?
Oh, they love it.
Yeah,
They love it. Oh, yep.
they love it. That's good. All right.
I'm
right.
like, what can I say?
They're
Not get
they're
canceled.
enjoying your wood.
Oh, they're definitely checking out my wood.
All right, that's good. That's good. All right. We're just gonna call you Wes because we've discussed this last night while we were playing, but we won't give you the last name drop. But this is Wes, a Fat American Trucker. How was your week, buddy?
It's been good. I had a long week of driving, and
Yeah.
then I've been kind of just chillaxing since I got home, and y'all invited me to the podcast. I've been waiting to be on the podcast
You've been
forever.
waiting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was
Well, we
like,
saw-
go invite me one day for the podcast, and y'all actually did.
One day you will be cool. Yeah. So that's good, man. I'm glad that you're here. I'm happy to have you. And if I wish that we had a better setup, but we're noobs. We like really bad at what we do. So all 6, 7, 5, maybe 2 of our listeners, really enjoy the content that we put out.
Hey, all podcasts start from somewhere.
They do start from somewhere. That is true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Probably
So-
from people with experience and some kind
Yeah.
of like
A team.
You never know. In 2 years, you could be flying out guests in private jets to your studio. You never know.
Oh, or an island.
or an island.
That's good
Yeah.
for today's subject.
Yeah. Speaking of creepy islands.
I'm like, speaking of bringing minors to an island.
Yeah. Did
Oh
you
my
all see
God.
that Dr. Disrespect came back and went live?
Crazy. I did not get the notification. What's
You didn't
going
get the
on with it?
notification?
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, so he came live and he decided to do his thing, I guess
Yeah.
you could say. So I think what we should do, right, is everybody's doing it, and we're a bunch of followers in this world, so let's go ahead and put some content out and put the 2Noobs2Boobs perspective on Dr. Disrespect's response,
Oh, yeah.
because
Well, where do we stand prior to his return? Because I know, Jason, you were your team Pitchfork when things came out, like you were ready to turn against them, weren't you? I was
Yeah,
still
yeah. I
I
mean,
was
it
still on his
was.
side. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like being being a celebrity is hard, right? It's a hard thing to do, regardless of what what our image as society pictures that their life is perfect and that they can get anything they want, right? But they are under constant attack and um, constant, you know, people just trying to take them down, right? Because not, nothing people love more than watching successful people fail, right? So, and this was during a time when we were losing Dr. Disrespect. What was that other streamer? Like, what's his name?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein, the streamer.
Rip.
What's his name? Twitch or not Twitch? Is it Twitch? I don't
No.
know. I think he's annoying, anyways. The brother, that guy.
Oh,
Oh,
sketch.
Yeah, sketch.
yes.
Brother. Yeah, that guy. He had his little OnlyFans moment, right, where it got leaked out, and but he owned it. So, good on him.
He's still going at it.
He's still. I don't
Yeah.
think. I haven't seen as much as I used to. He's still around. He's still making content, doing all that other stuff. But it definitely took a hit, and somebody came out and decided, like, you know what, this guy's successful, and I'm gonna ruin him. And just the nature of the internet and what people do to people, it's kind of fucked up. So that's what we're all striving to be while we make podcasts: is be famous and have our lives ripped apart because Joe has sent to me dick pics on the internet. Too
You
many.
know, after years and years of it, you think it'll come back to you at some point.
Yeah, at some point. Yeah. Sketch had his little issue. Then we had the other guy that after the assassination attempt, where that one streamer, he was basically saying that fuck the people that died there too. I mean, it was just. I think when you get a platform, you just got to be careful. Essentially, right? When you get a major platform, you got to be careful what you're saying. Um, but yeah. So, what are you looking up here? Oh, sketch.
Yeah, I'm looking up Social Blade and I don't know if they're
Are we on the Social Blade?
of course.
Are we
Is that
really?
is that a thing?
Let's look it up. I haven't even heard of this. We're on there. We're on there.
TBD.
We're famous.
It says we have 21 subscribers.
Oh,
I kept
nice.
it
Yeah.
right.
No, it is. We got some more, right? We got some more because they hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. It's down there. Boink. And I'm not doing it again. I'm just doing a little cheap plug. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I didn't know about Social Blade. I'm gonna go check that out.
Dr. Dis. Spec. Spect. Let's see how he's doing. See, he had a drop
Major drop. Look at that.
back in June,
Yeah, that's when
Yeah.
that came out.
but he only lost 70,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then the last section, he got 20,000 back. So, video views. Yeah, so views. Yeah, his views went up on the 6th. That's good. Yeah.
He's got 4.63 million subs. That is insanity. That's insanity.
Yeah, you'd think you would use that audience for good.
Yeah.
Honestly, what I would say about Dr. Disrespect, you know, we all know that when Twitch banned him, something was going on and it went into litigation. And, you know, I think honestly, if he actually did something terrible or illegal, that it would have came out back then after, once that was over, it would have been publicized then, but nobody from Twitch said anything back then, and it stayed quiet for 2 or 3 years. And and then a disgruntled Twitch employee that was going after Dr. Disrespect's throat, just out of the clear blue, was said what he said. And Dr. Disrespect will talk about that guy and in the video. And I just, like I said, I feel like if he actually did something wrong or illegal after they went through the court system, it would have been brought to the public's notice back then. And I think that Dr. Disrespect was riding that coattail of of not being accused of anything until it happened, and now he's using it for the publicity. I think is what is happening, and he knows that that he didn't do anything wrong in his mind, but other people feel like he did. And then when Dr. Disrespect did his Twitch post about right when the allegations came out in June, he said things in that post that he did on purpose to spark a fire on that the controversy. And then in this video, this live he just did, he clears the air and saying, I did that on purpose. And I like why that's why I also think it was kind of a publicity stunt with him on doing that, saying those things on purpose, but it still hurt him in the long run with his friends, the people that he games with online. And
Now, do you think he did it on purpose, or do you think it's an excuse?
I honestly think he did it on purpose because, you know, like I said, if he actually did something illegal and he actually was accused and was found guilty in court that that he had done that stuff, then Twitch would have put that out, it publicly
Yeah.
after that happened instead of not saying anything. And then once these Twitch employees put this stuff out, ex Twitch employees put this stuff out recently after they left Twitch, makes me think they were like, I don't work at Twitch no more, and fuck, Dr. Disrespect, I'm gonna fucking put this information out to try to defame him. So, and I think that's what happened.
But do you think it's a possibility that maybe he's just a giant asshole in real life, right?
Well,
So I don't want to, but he's a giant asshole in real life, right? Because he's got a ton of money. He was the top streamer of Twitch, right? And then he rolls into the Twitch. I'm giving a what if scenario, right? Rolls into the Twitch, and he's just a scumbag to all the employees there, right? So now he's put a target on himself because he puts himself in this situation with this person on the whispers, right? Twitch is like, no, fuck you, right? That was the last string. We're done with you. And then, like you're saying, there was no real proof, and it was under litigation because he would have been done 3-4 years ago, like completely done. We wouldn't even be talking about Dr. Respect, right? If it was like legitimate type stuff, right? So then, once he's getting big and he's getting all his money, and now this guy that you're mentioning is not part of the Twitch employment anymore. He's not part of Twitch. He can just be like, I got fired. This guy was a dickhead to me when he came to the office or whatever. I'm just going to ruin his life.
We'll see.
Because there's some hateful people out there too.
And Dr. Disrespect talks about that in the stream as well. So like back when he was on Twitch before everything happened, there were people at Twitch that hated Dr. Disrespect, that worked at Twitch, that were way high up in Twitch. And they, everyone saw it because Dr. Disrespect is one of the highest viewed streamers on Twitch, but yet Twitch would never put him on the front page of Twitch, and they never were, giving him the publicity he deserved because of how many viewers he had when he was live on Twitch. And he could be an asshole, and he says asshole things like he was the face of Twitch back then, but he was the highest viewed Twitch streamer on Twitch for a very long time, and Twitch, somebody high up in Twitch did not like him and made sure there was a team, and his content managers at Twitch were making sure that they kept him from getting the publicity he should have been getting, man. And that was the whole fucking realm of why they were going after his throat when he was at Twitch, and he finally, that shit went down. And he talks about that in his rant and everything, and you'll hear it. But I just, he wasn't getting what he thought was the recognition from Twitch he should get, and so therefore it caused a friction between Twitch and him. So, it got to a point to where they were arguing and fighting over this so much that Twitch didn't want him on their platform anymore, and they had to find a reason to get rid of him, and that's what they came up with. and they were going through his Twitch whispers and felt like this situation was something ammo that they could get rid of him. And they went to court, and it wasn't. But he still left Twitch and went to YouTube. But now This happened, and it wasn't even from Twitch per se. It was from someone that no longer works at Twitch,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's somebody that he fucking hated and sent packing, and so I think that's ultimately why it went down the way it did. But there's until they put out the Twitch whispers and the conversation that he had with said individual will we know exactly what happened, which I don't think will ever happen because
Yeah.
it went to court and it got struck down, and no legal proceedings were put towards Dr. Disrespect, and what it was said that what he did was completely legal and nothing. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
So
So what do you think about this, Joe? What?
I'm ready to listen to his excuse right now because like I'm with the side that we would have known something by now. Like if everything was just hush hush, but I feel like yeah, we would have known a little more specifics by now.
Yeah.
Somebody would have come forward.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's listen to it. We'll listen to it and then pause, get our points in, and then continue. So I don't know how long he goes off for, but we'll see. We'll try to capture the most part. So, all right, roll it.
So glad you're back. Hey, I appreciate it, Shane. It's good to be back to a certain degree, right? We got to figure out this monetization thing. So September 25th is basically when we can reapply for partnership on YouTube.
I do 2 times.
People ask, do I, now that you're not getting monetized, you're not going to be streaming ever again, or you're on YouTube, are you? There's an opportunity to reapply, right? September 25th is the date. So in the meantime, we'll do what we need to do. I enjoy my time here on YouTube. We've built a nice, strong community for years. This is where we started. 16 years ago? 2008, I think.
You guys can hear it.
I like my time here.
We can hear it.
Oh yeah.
And I like the community. We've got the best, realest gaming community, right? The Champions Club. And we've built it on this platform. And if there's an opportunity to reapply for partnership, and there's a date that's been presented to us, then I'm going to take it. In the meantime, like we always done, we've always stayed in our lane. We'll stay in our lane and continue to just put on a show. For almost 4 years, champs, the public demanded to hear from the doc regarding the Twitch suspension.
There you go.
I guess since you all missed the point with my personal statement, maybe it's time to tell my side of the story. Huh, champs? You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement. However, if one side violated that confidentiality, then the other side could respond. And again, champs, I respected all the confidential obligations. But apparently Twitch's own disgruntled employees didn't feel the need to abide by those same obligations. Cody Connors, ex-Twitch employee,
Good old name drop.
leaks Twitch's reported reason. Years later, Cody, why do this? What was the point? This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported Twitch banned me in 2020. I mean, for what? Cody, why? Did you not know the repercussions from spewing lies about the 2-time? Did you not know the repercussions of accusing me, Cody Connors? You see, you don't know shit, and it was obvious from your tweet. You didn't have any firsthand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah, I used Twitch as Whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs. When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? You didn't. Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time of the ban. You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met in person ever. Your bullshit accusations gave false courage to other former Twitch employees to make shit up as well. I suspect all of you sort of planned and coordinated this attack. These big-time publications, these journalists, these various outlets are sort of just gossip channels now, don't you think, champs? They act like they're just gossip channels now, without any real journalism and real research happening. They report on all this based on leaks from two former Twitch employees, one of whom was supposedly on the trust and safety team. If these anonymous sources worked on the trust and safety team at the time of my Twitch suspension in 2020, then you would hope they would tell the truth. But apparently that's just too much to ask. If these former trust and safety team members, and by the way, I know exactly who they are, actually had firsthand knowledge, then what they conveniently left out is, one, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally admitted that the whisper messages were not sexting. And two, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally acknowledged that the whispers did not constitute child sexual abuse material CSAM. I'll say it again. Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any sexual graphic messages or images. Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging sexually explicit messages and photos with this Twitch user. That never happened. I even used the word inappropriate, purposely. And look at how it's defined by everyone, champs. Huh? Including these defaming articles. I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place. I mean,
All right.
how would each
That's
of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected,
pause real
taken
quick.
out of context?
All right, that's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
Like that is a lot to unpack on the first 3 minutes of his speech, right? So
Did I say something like if he was just chatting with people and being Dr. Disrespect to his fans, like
mhm.
it's gonna come off like he's an asshole. You can
Yeah.
twist it to be inappropriate, like
Yeah. Well, what threw me off, right, and just like what he's saying, and I, I questioned it when you brought it up too, is so you throw this trap out saying I said inappropriate, I talked to a minor, yada yada yada, right? It's like, and it looked like a self like, yeah, I fucked up, and I'm gonna pay for this, right? And maybe I just need to go on a trip, to another fucking country and yada yada yada, right? It was like, is this the fucking end? Like, so you're admitting to you doing inappropriate stuff, right? But it also raises a question too: is if that was true 4 years ago, why are you still streaming? And if they went to court and all this other stuff, so it's kind of, I don't know, man. Like I have no clue. Like, I think that Dr. Disrespect was, he's obviously a pioneer of this whole industry, and he's, funny, but that's a lot. Like, that's a
I
lot.
mean, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, he is an attention grabber, maybe like, I don't know, not, well, obviously narcissist in some kind of way. Like, he's gonna spin this in a way to make him come out
But
better. But if it's true that like everyone dismissed everything internally, it's like why is still talk about it? And why are there Switch people still talking about it? Because I mean it makes sense with what Wes says that they're trying to destroy his career no matter what, whenever, wherever he's at.
Well, yeah, and I think that goes back to as well as like what I was saying as, he rolls into Twitch and how Wes was saying that they wanted him out and he gets removed, goes to fucking YouTube, becomes even more famous, and he did, and to his credit, as many times as he's been asked throughout his streaming career what the hell happened on Twitch, he never broke. He never broke.
legally, he couldn't.
He couldn't. So I mean, he upheld his end. So I kind of I respect him on that aspect of it.
Also, I think Twitch went after him after he went to YouTube as well because he pulled so many people from Twitch that completely like disbanded Twitch and was like, I'm never gonna get on Twitch ever again. I'm staying on YouTube. And Twitch like took a huge hit when Dr. Disrespect left, and that was towards the end when you know Tim the Tatman had left, and a bunch of big streamers left Twitch on and as well with Dr. Disrespect that had gone to YouTube, and Twitch had lost millions because they all went to YouTube, and YouTube tried to stick with, oh, you can't multi-stream this platform, and I think that revolved around Dr. Disrespect and the other streamers that had left Twitch, and Twitch of course is going to hold that grudge against him, and just there's so many lives that I've watched of Dr. Disrespect where he talks shit about Twitch,
Oh yeah. I mean, who
and
doesn't?
of course Twitch is going to be fuming about that, and I just it's I really see this happened because of Twitch going after Dr. Disrespect, and no one really knows the truth on what was said in the Twitch whispers, and if it was to someone under the age of 17. But Dr. Disrespect is saying that it wasn't, and he
Well, he doesn't say that. He just says the legal age of consent, which is the legal age of consent, depending on where you are, is 16 or whatever, right?
in
It's
Arkansas
still,
it's 12.
yeah, yeah, and your sister. No, but but the legal age of consent, right? But it's still like you can't just go and have sex with them. But it's consent is 16.
But he
right?
said that he did no sexting whatsoever.
Yeah,
It was it was a lie and fabricated, you know, allegation against him for this reason, for this to happen. And it's if it were true, he would have gotten trouble. If it were true, it
Mhm.
would have been made public and everyone in the public to see.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's crazy, and to have Twitch have this war against him when he was bringing in millions of dollars, millions of
Yep.
dollars. So he did something. Maybe he slept with the owner's wife.
Or he
The
pissed
CEO's
someone
wife,
high up in Twitch off. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
That's not a common theme. Is like, hey, this thing's bringing me plenty of money, and let me just shit can him. Like,
Yeah.
Wasn't there something before 2020 that went down?
yeah, he
Yeah,
had he cheated on his
went to.
wife.
Well, no, we're well
Yeah.
um, but he got in trouble for he went to a Twitch con, and
Filmed in a bathroom.
someone was filming him that was with him per se, I guess, and he went into a bathroom and they followed him with the camera, and he didn't realize that they were still following him with the camera, but that got him banned from Twitch for that was the start of the situation. So but it wasn't his fault. He didn't know that they were still following him into the bathroom. He says, but in the video, it looks like he knew they were filming him.
Yeah, he's like, "Come watch me piss excellence, champions."
I don't know if he said that.
Nah.
We could pull that video up
Yeah,
and watch it, and you
The
be the judge.
two-time champion of peeing in urinals.
Longest distance.
Yeah.
We all did that in elementary school, right?
Oh yeah, I still do. Yeah, I mean he's what 6'8"? Isn't he a big dude?
Yeah,
Like 6'8"?
6'8",
So
I think.
because like when I go to urinals and they got the little small ones, I don't use them because I don't want to like pee on my shoes, But is that like how like when you're 6'8", like Dr. Disrespect goes to your urinal and then all normal size urinals look like he's gonna pee on his shoes?
Look, I'll say this right now. I'm not that tall of a man,
Mm-hmm.
and I have been known to use the little people urinal before, and it's not just for kids; it's for actual little people. And I actually had that nightmare happen to me at a truck stop. All the regular urinals were full, and the only little person was open, and I had to go. I'd been holding it forever, and I got to the little person urinal, and I started pissing, and
You're eye to eye.
right when I finished pissing, I was about to zip up. I felt like someone was standing like behind me or whatever, and I turned around and looked and didn't see nobody. And then I looked down and there was a little guy standing there looking up at me like, "Really, dude?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." and like I was fucking just destroyed the rest of the day from that.
Oh my god, it's
Mm.
ridiculous. Yeah. So you looking for the bathroom one?
Yes, is it? Okay, so 2017, when he took off for cheating, and then was it 2019 is when he went to the bathroom on camera, which
Yeah.
Twitch declined. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the Twitch CEO is a scumbag, anyways. Like we all know that, right? Like,
Yeah, that picture right there, if that doesn't say that he didn't realize that he was still being filmed in bathroom, I don't know what will.
I think he knew, and he's
Yeah, I
like
think he did.
posing. He's posing. Look how
Yeah.
tall I am,
Yeah.
champions. Look over the stall.
Right.
I mean, to me, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Isn't the Twitch CEO? Isn't that like Justin?
Well, Twitch CEO is the one that like he's like, hey, we did this,
And
try to
Clancy.
eliminate all the bathtubs and bikini and all this other stuff, and then he was on the camera doing it, and it was just all bikini girls and bathtub streams. Like, yeah, your product doesn't work.
Yeah, I've noticed on Twitch they have cracked down on that big time. So
Well,
I'm not noticing as much as there used to be.
yeah.
Um,
But it's ridiculous though, like the amount of content you got. Girl getting railed out on camera. She got like a 1-day suspension,
yeah.
right? And then she went from having like 20 viewers or followers to 2,000 followers instantly.
And they kept her on the platform.
And they kept her there, right? So it's weird. The way that Twitch picks and chooses who they're gonna attack. Maybe. That's why I don't care, right? I don't care when I stream on Twitch that I'm playing regular music. I don't give a shit because you have millions of people doing it. And I know they have bots detecting it or whatever, right? But my community of viewers is not going to give a shit about any of that, right? So
Yeah.
it's the big time ones that have like the thousands, the XQCs and the Dr. Disrespects and all them guys, the big streamers out there that have that are going to be the huge violation of all this. And that's the target, right? That's the target what you're going for. So I don't know. Like when I first started, I cared about all that stuff, but then it was just like, you know what? When I see Twitch picking and choosing what they're allowing, like you got a half naked girl or a fully naked girl with a little sensor thing or little pasties on her nipples. That's why I did that whole stream with a censored bar across my shit for like 3 streams, So it's like if you're, and then you're gonna hit me, like, I would light them up, right? It's because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what you pick and choose because. And that's what's so confusing about this is they want the money and you got to get rid of your biggest cash cow. Like I don't know. There's something else. There's something else deep rooted where Dr. Disrespect and somebody really high up at Twitch have had a major falling out. And it's
Well,
I'm
also,
gonna say it right now, making a hot take. Dr. Disrespect boned the CEO's wife. That's my hot take. Because there's some underlying shit going on here. Like you just don't get rid of your cash cow.
yeah, and,
You don't do it.
another thing with Dr. Disrespect, I think his approach on this situation and how he did that and what he did, I think that he waited until now to release the information so that he could sue multiple news outlets and Twitch for defamation
Yeah.
on this whole fucking situation. And I think that is a route he took in his mind, because guy is a super
Gay.
smart, business oriented person. Dr.
Yeah.
Disrespect's a gaming asshole
Mm-hmm.
that, gives the people their manja. But, I think that's another reason why he did what he did, was so that he could sue multiple news outlets and anybody that defamed him in this situation, because he knows he didn't do anything wrong.
Right. I mean,
So-
it's possible. It's possible. All right. We ready?
Some more? Let's go back
Yep.
in.
Yep. Let's go
Context
back
by
in.
someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words. And this is not a situation where a victim publicly accuses someone of wrongdoing. That never happened here. We're talking about allegations that Twitch made against me as a half-baked reason for justifying their actions of suspending and shutting down my channel. Allegations that Twitch made without even a legal analysis of whether the whisper messages were legal. You see, I engage with my community. I engage with other streamers. And through Twitch Whispers, I communicate with Twitch users. Conversations that consisted of a variety of playing games and gaming politics, content creation, random stuff. This was the extent of my whispers with this Twitch user. On June 21st, 2020, my ex-Twitch partner manager learns that I exchanged whispers with the Twitch user. And I say ex-partner manager because for years, this guy didn't do anything for me, my community, or my channel. For years. I'm talking no front page love. You're talking about the face of the platform, right?
There it is.
The face of the platform. And I know Champions Club remembers this. We got zero front page love on the website. He was never on my channel. He didn't follow me on Twitter. He wouldn't even inform us about Twitch rival tournaments. We're talking about the two-time Twitch rival tournament. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you want to play in it? We got zero support from this guy. And it was just so obvious that he carried a grudge against the two-time. So after we signed with Twitch in 2019, we asked for a new partner manager. And just a few months later, that ex-Twitch partner manager is directly involved with getting me banned. Coincidence?
Dun, dun, dun.
Drop his name.
Something's there, man.
Drop his
I'm
name.
telling you.
The Twitch user tells the ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. I'll repeat that sentence one more time just in case anybody missed that one. The Twitch user tells this ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. But this ex-Twitch partner manager encourages the user and even directs them to file a report directly with Twitch, even though the user told him clearly that we never physically met anywhere and that no photographs were exchanged. On June 24th, 2020, Twitch's Special Operations team receives and reviews the user's report. They find no issues and determine that it did not warrant any further escalation to Twitch's law enforcement response team.
Boom.
That would have been the end. That should have been the end. But that partner manager, oh boy, did he had it out. He had it out for the two-time. He finds out that no further action will be taken, so what does he do? he personally escalates the report to a friend on the Twitch's LER team. The LER team, remember, that's the Twitch's law enforcement response team. He escalates the report to a friend on Twitch's LER team. So a day later, on June 25th, the LER analyst pulls the entirety of the Whisper messages and begins discussing them with his director of the LER team. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time and does not have access to their computer or work files. Let me just remind you, I went through a multi-year, a big-time arbitration, okay? And, you discover a lot of stuff. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time. The LER analyst cherry picks and sends a few targeted excerpts out of context from the Whisper messages to this director. Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate, even when they aren't. Within less than 1 hour, this LER analyst and his director have made the decision to suspend me from Twitch. Twitch submits a report to NCMEC. You guys all read those little articles, huh? The NCMEC. Twitch submits that report. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Guess what? As far as I know, and over 4 years have passed, they didn't do anything with the report. As far as I know, they didn't escalate Twitch's report to law enforcement. Mind you, the same people that made this decision admit internally that the messages did not constitute sexting. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any child sexual abuse material charge. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received.
Okay, pause it.
This decision to
Okay, so right there, that tells me that Twitch thought that they had something and was like, this is our opportunity to get rid of our problem child that we're having to deal with every day. And they just let her rip tater chip and sent him packing.
Who's his fucking his manager, Twitch manager? Let's Google that shit. See if we can do some sleuthing.
Yeah, who was Doc's Twitch content manager
for Twitch? Because it's like, what is this guy's story? Because he had it.
Twitch content manager.
Yeah. Or partner manager.
It's got to be in Reddit. I'll deep dive in that too.
So that, I mean, I'm just kind of curious of what this guy's deal is. Like, what they're, I want to know what was the fallout, what caused all this, because there's something.
Was Cody Connors, the guy that does not work at Twitch anymore, that put out the information.
Oh,
is what I from what I'm seeing on here. I don't know.
So Cody Connors was his former Twitch partner manager or whatever the fuck it was. Go to Cody Connors' LinkedIn page. I'm sure it's being destroyed right now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure this guy's Twitch, anything, he's got to erase his life. That's crazy, because I'm sure it's getting just obliterated.
Professional sound for digital. That can't be.
Look at his history. His work history. Yeah. So I mean, if that's who it is, if it's Cody Connors and Cody Connors was the person he name dropped earlier that's released it, I mean it kind of adds up to this thing that Cody Connors or whoever his Twitch partner manager was had this just vendetta against Dr. Disrespect to destroy him. And it didn't work for Twitch, and then he decided to just do it one day, you know, in July of 2024 or June of 2024, just to get it all fucked up. So this is messy, man. It's some messy shit.
Terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
He has a heart attack right there.
I know, just dies
He's
right
been
on camera.
preparing this statement for
Well,
so
I'll give
long.
him this. Like to this sounds like it's from the heart, but I know he's got talking notes. But this is hard to
Yeah.
do as like
I'm not going to get into
to
every detail.
Yeah.
give this much passion, this much energy
But
to
these
a
former Twitch
speech.
employees that claim to have
Ah, what I do?
What'd you do?
that the whispers were not.
It was a
illegal.
little bit further.
It's so obvious.
It was
that
a lot
certain
further.
Twitch
It was
executives-
probably like near his shoulder. Oh, was it?
No,
Oh, I
we
thought it
hadn't
was
got
like-
to that point yet.
Oh, okay. A little bit further back.
and climb our way to the tippity top. Even involving children and telling children to send Snapchats of them playing with themselves. Never suspended, but instead.
Who did that?
Whoa, whoa,
given
whoa,
a
whoa.
multi-million
What?
actually
Wow, let's go back. Back it up. That's a fucking
You
drop.
all got what you wanted
Go back further.
at the expense of the due time.
Try to find where he yelled, you know, where he stood up
But
and
the
yelled.
whispers were not illegal. So then, why did Twitch use these messages against me? Why did Twitch treat the doc so differently from their other streamers? I mean, outside of the obvious. I mean, just take a look at me. Hey, unfiltered. The realest motherfucker in this industry. 6'8", gorgeous, athletic, successful, college degree, college athlete, bourbon, business, games, beauty, beautiful family. And trust me, we worked hard for over a decade to improve as a person, a husband, and father, and to get where we're at today. I mean, I'm in such a good place today. And all these people, they all act like they're just so perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. Sometimes I do. But I also didn't do all the shit that they're saying I did. But then that doesn't make a story, right? They wanted media attention. The media wants controversy. And by sensationalizing all of this with big, inaccurate headlines like sexting and sexually explicit, you all got what you wanted at the expense of a due time. The reality is, they wanted to cut down the doc. Plain and simple. Take a look at some of these horrendous acts of Twitch streamers that were never banned. I've got some
here we go.
examples right here.
Oh.
Example number 1. A streamer that frequently used the N-word while publicly streaming, which constitutes a violation of Twitch's policies if accompanied by hateful intent. Twitch scheduled a meeting with the streamer to ascertain his intent to determine whether his conduct was a violation of Twitch's policies, ultimately determining it was not a breach of Twitch's policies.
Tyson it.
Why wasn't I called into a meeting? Why wasn't my intent taken into consideration, champs? Example number 2. Streamer was reported for discussing doing things with deceased animals and discussing pedophilia, all while live streaming. Never suspended, but instead given a multi-million-dollar contract.
Who was that?
Example
What?
3.
Who was that?
Streamer was
XQC.
reported for a sexually explicit stream
my gosh.
involving children and telling children to send Snapchats of them playing with themselves. Never suspended, but instead, given a multi-million-dollar contract.
That was Mr. Beast's friend.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's so obvious that certain Twitch executives, employees involved had personal biases against the doc and used all of this as an opportunity to terminate my contract. Go back and look at the timing of all this too. The doc's termination lines up with 2 preferable, profitable, and expensive streamers leaving Mixer. As soon as Twitch knew that Mixer had failed, and go look at the timing. These other expensive streamers needed a new streaming platform. So Twitch rushed through its decision to terminate the 2 time. You see, I shouldn't even be banned from Twitch. it has affected us on so many levels. Back in 2020 and now in 2024. And Cody, Connors, I just have to say it again. Why would you do this? Like I said, this was handled professionally years ago. No fucking wrongdoing. But because of you, Cody, we just lost. Fuck, man.
He lost a lot of
Unfortunately, we
friends.
have to lay off people from Midnight Society. Right? Because of you, Cody.
He's trying hard not to break.
We are where we are. And like a fucking man, I'll accept it. What I don't accept is sitting quietly by and let these idiots attack me with false accusations. No. For all these doc haters out there too, oh man, the ones that project and project and project and project and worry about everyone else's problems, right? I can't understand that mindset. I could care less. We've always stayed in our lane. But somehow, some way, these people, they just get in our lane. For all you doc haters, I'm sure you'll dissect all of this and still find a way to publicly criticize me. Do what you need to do. I'll say this isn't for you. This was for my team today, my community, my friends, la familia that have supported me. And I'm not denying the exchange of whispers, champs. I'm not denying that to all of you out there. It looks bad. I have no way of knowing if the Twitch user thought our exchange of whispers was inappropriate. If it was, I apologize. All I know is that I never did what Twitch, Cody Connors, or the public is claiming that I did. That's it. I'm not saying anything more about any of this, right? Unless I need to, because trust me, I have more I haven't disclosed. I just want to get back to what we do best. Put on a show.
I want to know.
I know.
And climb our way to the
Somebody pull the string, please. I just need to know.
in our own lane.
It's gonna happen because somebody's gonna say something, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, here you go. Throw the grenade in there. There you go. What about this?" You know, he's gonna do it. So, I mean, I can give him the credit that if this is 100% what he's claiming it is, he played it very strategically and almost perfectly. Almost perfectly, right? Now,
Release the messages. Show the messages.
That sounds like us.
yeah, like. Well, I mean,
honestly,
I think you have to.
Yeah, I'm still a fan of the doc. I'm not going to say he did anything wrong until I see
Right?
or
Like,
hear that he was convicted of doing something wrong. Not just some fucking random ex-disgruntled employee that was like, "Oh, this is why he would," you know what I'm saying? Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna hold anything against Dog. I can't believe that he had, gamer buddies that were close to him that fed off of the allegations and just completely wrote him off.
who wrote him off?
Nick Merckx did.
Tim Tatman too,
And Tim
Tim did
Tatman
it?
did, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like
So-
but you have to.
I mean, for the sake of their channels and
yeah,
content,
for their
I
channels
get
and their
that.
contents, they have to
But
like protect their.
They could also say, "Look, I'm
business.
staying out of this. I'm not writing him off, but
Mhm.
until I see, proof that or him being, convicted of doing something wrong, you can't assume the allegations. You can't just write somebody off because of their allegations. I mean, everyone has allegations. I probably have allegations I don't know about. You
Yeah.
know, so. But thank God it's south of the border in Mexico. Anyways,
Oh my God.
Oh, Z-Leaner said things were unacceptable.
Yeah, a lot of them. All of them that
Pretty much everybody that played with Doc wrote him off.
Yeah. But I mean, look at the allegations and look what he did, right? I mean,
it says there, as former Twitch staff revealed Doc's dealings with a minor through the platform's whisper messaging system. There was nothing revealed. It was just him, like it says right there, accusations. So I'm not gonna just let somebody die because of some stupid accusations with no proof.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, everybody wrote him
Wait,
off.
Joe, this is what we need you to do. All
So-
right, this is the plan.
All right,
We
sex
need
the
you to
minor. I got it.
No, God, Jesus.
It's scarier than a rapist.
And
a
there
child.
goes the podcast is gone.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me for one episode, guys.
Yeah, see what you did? See what you did, Wes? You destroyed our our empire.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are your boobs?
Yeah. No, we need you to do some research. We need to put little Detective Joe on the case. I need you to go. I want a board in your background with yellow yarn and thumbtacks of who's tied. I need a full investigation going on, Joe. That's what I need you to do. While you're in between your crafting, I need you to get into the sleuth detecting.
No, I hate crafting. My inventory is a mess.
You need to go into full sleuth detective mode. Make sure that it's Cody Connors, right? And then see if we can uncover. Somebody's got it. Let's go full investigative journal. Yes,
right there.
That's what I need.
That's gonna be psychotic. That's gonna be him tomorrow night. You're not gonna believe what I found.
That might be the cover photo of the episode. I'm gonna put Joe's face on it.
Deep diving into Dr. Disrespect's accusations.
All right. Well, I mean that was good. I think. I'm still what you can take from Dr. Disrespect's speech. One is what I said earlier. It was very passionate. You could tell he spent time on it. I don't know how if he would have sat there and read a blanketed.
From his
this
lawyers.
is how I feel reading it. But you could tell he had talking points and then uncovered issues that were not known. Discuss things that weren't not known, right? And you can tell when people are given a from the heart speech over something that is scripted, right?
Yeah.
So yes, I'm sure he had talking notes. I'm sure he was focused on this is where I'm going to talk. But that's hard to do. That is hard to do. Even if you practice it, because the way he delivered it and the way he was passionate
two
about
months
it.
to practice this.
Yeah, but it's hard to do even live. Once you're live, that wasn't recorded. That was live. He did that live. So I'm sure he could have practiced it and make sure you have it. But to have those
my God,
interjection points where he's fucking pissing me off. When he's yelling.
What'd you say?
Shit,
He was doing what? He did it what?
Don't you soundbite me. This is not the place for that. Yeah. So don't you do
Damn
it. That's for that's for the stream. All right. Yeah. So. Oh my God. Oh yeah, Joe Black. Yeah.
That's the thing. When it all came out, and I remember you, Jason. You're like, "What do you think about your Dr. Disrespect?" And I was like, "Nobody gave any evidence. It was not even hearsay. It was just kind of oh, I'm going to allude to something that could have happened." Didn't even say Dr. Disrespect.
Well, I also
We
put
all
in a
knew.
Discord what do you guys think about this? And you said old news, moving on. And I was like, okay, well, thanks for your input. I was trying to get trying to get some discussion going on.
Well, see,
It was old news. It just happened.
Oh no, I feel in in his presentation, we learned more than we did in the whole 4 years since that whole situation.
Well, because Twitch came out and said something before Doc did finally, because like he said, after the court proceedings, that it was finalized that neither party could talk about the situation, and if one violated that, then the other could respond, and that's what happened. So
yeah, I mean, good on him. If everything is what he says it is, right, and it's very it's very believable. if everything is what it says it is, but this is the problem though, is when you deliver a speech like that, and then people come out and they're like, oh, okay, well, you never met her. Here she is in this photo with you. Oh, you never. Here's the messages. Because I feel like that's the next step. Like I feel like that's what's coming next.
Right.
Is the person that's going to
Actual
like
evidence.
Yeah, because he made them look stupid right there. Like he did a good job. He made them look stupid, right? But what's going to happen next is if there is actual evidence, if there is actual evidence, that's the next step. That's what's coming out next.
Which
Like,
I don't think there is.
That's what's happening, right? So if there is, be prepared, world, because that's what's coming next.
We'll have another episode.
And
Yeah.
I will retract everything that I've said.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, given the evidence, like, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Oh,
Like,
100%. 100%. So,
like, I get it. Like, it's the corporate world, so you would think, oh, everything's clean, and they're gonna do their due diligence for a ban of such a gigantic character. But there's backroom dealings all the time. People have their they're jealous. They want to be a big streamer. They
Yeah.
have a failed career. They got rubbed the wrong way. They don't like the character. Or they're standing on something, and they're gonna take it out on somebody. That's normal in corporate life.
yeah.
Like they could just be friends. You piss off your friend. All right, screw you. You can't play with me anymore.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
happens.
And, you know, we're all fans of Dr. Disrespect. And, I mean,
Mhm.
even Jason's been in his Discord before. So, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not
I mean, I'm a fan of
pointing
Dr.
any
Disrespect.
fingers or anything.
I'm not
But-
saying that like I wasn't a fan of Dr. Disrespect, right? What
Yeah.
I'm saying is if the allegations of what he did are true, that's fucking like it's horrible, right? And you're just going to sit
Yeah.
there and just continue fanboy over him.
No.
But if what he's saying is true, then the fucking people owe him a fucking apology. And I
Oh,
hope
yeah.
he does sue the
Yeah.
fucking shit out of him. Because, and I've said it on stream, I've said it in Discord, is that the best entertainer in the community is Dr. Disrespect. Because he is an entertainer. It's like watching a show, right?
Yep.
He's engaging. You got to pay for it. He engages with the community, right? You got to do all this other stuff. But he's not like XQC, who's just sitting there with his knee at his freaking chin watching a video. You know, like
Yeah.
and people are scrolling through. And Kai Cenat, you know, where he's got millions of people watching, 100,000 people watching, or 20, whatever the numbers are, and you can't even read the chat. Like I will always give Dr. Disrespect. He's the pioneer in this industry, right? And he's always put a good show on. But when this came out, it was like, what the fuck? You know, and it's like when you like anything, like Kevin Spacey was my favorite actor. But he's a fucking scumbag.
Right.
You know, like, and I'm not going to support him. So hopefully this isn't true about Dr. Disrespect, right? Hopefully it's not, and I hope it's not. But if it's true, the next step in this whole process is the releasing of those texts, and somebody's going to uncover a photo. That's we've seen it happen a billion times,
Right.
right?
Are we gonna get like the whole conversation, or
Yeah.
just the same like?
Or
cut
is there
set?
is there going to be stuff taken out of context?
Yeah, because he put Connor into a fucking corner, and now the Champion Club is on his nuts. Guaranteed.
Uh-huh.
Guaranteed. The name is dropped, right? So Connor Corner, when you put a rat in a corner, right? What is it going to do? It's going to find its way out. And if he's got that evidence, that's the next thing. That's
I don't think he does because he got fired from Twitch.
Regardless.
So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the next step is the evidence. If it's true.
I
So.
mean,
Hopefully it's not.
hopefully not.
Yeah.
because like he was smart not using the doc's name, because like he could just do that defamation suit, but
Mm-hmm.
he didn't call out a specific name, so like he's kind of safe there. But with all the minions coming after him, it's gonna be a little different.
Bro, it's the internet. The internet sleuths and the internet like trolls. Oh,
They'll
my
find
God.
him.
No,
They'll
bro,
find
it's
him.
done, bro. Like these people they're psychos. All right, well, I think that was a really fun episode, and
Yeah.
we're hitting the hour mark, and just want to thank Wes for filling in and
Thank
bringing those
you.
boobs, bringing those beautiful boobs with us for the 2Noobs2Boobs. There they go. Yeah,
Thank you.
nice.
Yes.
And But go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and that notification thing, and we'll give. Hopefully, we don't have a follow-on episode about the evidence for Dr. Disrespect, right? So,
Dun, dun, dun.
yeah, it'd be like we were
Well,
all
we were
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah. So, all right, y'all. I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.